He was very popular in the mid 90s, like with films such as Ace Ventura, Liar Liar, and you know all the Jim Carrey films in the 90s that came out.
Yeah.
And I think the other actor who was up to play this role was Robin Williams.
Oh my god, that would like as much as I like Robin Williams, that wouldn't have worked either.
I don't know because if they'd have gone, I'm assuming they would have gone with the same tone as Wacky and Over the Top,
Yeah.
and that would have been terrible. But if you've ever seen films like 1 Hour Photo or Insomnia, then if they'd have gone with the serious take, I think Robin Williams would have been quite a good role for that actually. But obviously they wouldn't have gone down that road.
No.
It's utterly, completely campy,
Yeah.
and speaking of campy, what is it with the constant Riddler costume changes in this film? Like the first time we see the Riddler is in the green business suit with the bowler hat and the cane, and that's how the Riddler should look. That's fine. And then as the film goes on, he's in this kind of one-piece spandex suit with question marks all over it, and then at the end he's in this silver sequined jumpsuit, and
Yeah. I oh dear. There's that is awful. Like over the top costume. This film is completely over the top, and you know, on the subject of new being the theme of this film, we get a new character, Robin. Robin.
played by Chris O'Donnell.
Played by whiny Chris O'Donnell. No. But I have to say, I have to get this out there. I liked that they tried the idea of Robin being a parallel to Batman.
Yeah. And I
That
actually think the origin was... I think the origin's pretty close to the comics with the Flying Graysons and everything, so they seem to at least have been trying to do something with the character.
Yeah, but please, Chris O'Donnell. Why would you? Chris O'Donnell? Okay, where to begin? He completely killed. Well, loads of things killed Batman and Robin. He was one of them, and he was a very big problem in that. He's not as whiny, but he's very much. He's bad. Like what else can I say apart from no. That is all I can say.
Okay, now I'm going to say this for the character of Robin in general. I don't hate the character of Robin. In fact, if it's done well, like I think it was done well in the Arkham City game, Robin, if fleshed out, can be good.
Yeah, he can. I really liked Robin as a character in the animated show.
Yeah,
I think they've done him really, really well in that. Especially in there's an episode that's focused around Robin's backstory and the man that killed his parents, and he goes off on a revenge trip, much like this film. He wants to get revenge on Two-Face, but I think it's not done that as well as it could be, or as well as it was in Robin's sort of character episode in the animated show. So yeah, this Robin isn't done. It's got the origin, but the character's not there.
when he dons the costume, he turns into the classic holy... There's a line in this film like holy rusted metal Batman, which is obviously a throwback to the 60s one. And if you're not doing anything new with the character, then don't put him in at all. That you have this okay done origin for the character, and then it just all falls apart as soon as he dons the costume, and it turns into the obvious Batman Forever, over the top, and not in a good way, character of Robin. And when the character's done like that, that is when I hate the character. and portrayal of Robin.
Yeah. Yeah, I just find the whole Robin thing, like, here's a guy whose costume is in red and green spandex, and like, that is, if I saw that guy in the street, like, I would not be at all intimidated by that, as intimidated as I would be as with Batman. And me personally, I've just never gotten Robin as a character. I mean, I know I said he was done well in the animated show, but what, that costume? Why that?
I actually didn't think the costume was that bad for Robin in this film. I thought they updated it quite... Bat nipples aside, obviously. But, you know, it still had the kind of red and green tint, but it was much more like the body armour, chest plate like Batman. And
But why Robin? Why a Robin? What significance does that have to the character? I mean, I've never read a Robin comic, like a Batman comic, but why a Robin? Like, why? I know this is completely sort of off topic of Batman Forever, but I still want it answered. Why a Robin?
There's probably some explanation as to why he goes with that. I mean, in this film, it's the helmet, isn't it? The biker helmet he has. Alfred points out that it's a Robin, but in terms of the comics, I have no idea, I'm afraid, why he takes up that persona.
Okay.
If anyone knows, please comment.
Yeah. If anyone knows. On the set, well, we get new things, new gadgets, new characters, new villains, and a new love interest.
Surprise, surprise.
In Chase Meridian,
played by Nicole Kidman.
Like, what is it with Batman in live action films with Batman's love interests? Like, it's done right in Phantasm. That is where they got it right.
It's not hard to write this relationship. A kid's film had a better, more believable relationship story than in the live action. What the hell? You know,
like, you could easily, this film, she's a psychiatrist. You could have easily written a relationship that revolves around her being so interested in Batman that she starts to, you know, fall for him and starts to try and get into his head.
Instead, she tries to get in somewhere different in this film. And this is why I hate the character of Chase Meridian so much in this film. I mean, as you said, the whole part where she's being a psychiatrist and we get these flashbacks to Bruce as a kid with the book and his parents being murdered, that seemed when this film really was trying to be dark and, you know, a good film.
Yeah.
But it's just, she constantly acts like a whore in this film towards Batman. There's that scene where she flashes the bat signal and it's like a scene from a soap opera where she takes off her gown in front of him and feeling Batman's chest plate up. And it's just like, wow, our only emotional stake in this relationship is that she wants to get into bed with Batman. That's it. There is no...
But he's not allowed to take off the mask.
No,
otherwise...
keep the mask on.
So, yeah, but one thing, Nicole Kidman is great. Nicole Kidman looks great, she is great, but she's wasted. She's wasted on a I was about to say a good character there, but I'd stop myself. She's wasted on a character that, well, I can't even say character, because there isn't a character there. Nothing is done here in terms of their romance, or there isn't even a romance here.
And again, like...
There is just Nicole Kidman whoring herself out. Like, if she met Robin, would she whore herself out to Robin? Does she like guys who dress up in stupid costumes?
No, she says it's black rubber. It's on the scene I talked about. She was like saying in college it was greaser haircuts or something, but now, and she feels Batman's chest plate up, she goes, black rubber. It's like, oh god.
Now it's men in spandex and latex and rubber. Right. Nicole Kidman, like Chase Meridian, is sort of a closet dominatrix. She's a closet. I'm putting that out there. That's what she is. She's closet.
And again, like Vicky Vale in the first film, and kind of Robin as well, the only reason they're in this film is to be a person for Batman to have to save at the end. Like Riddler rigs up that kind of game show thing where he has to choose between one of them, which has obviously since been brought back in films such as Spider-Man and practically every other superhero film after.
Yeah, the choice, who to save, but of course, being Batman, being superheroes, you have to. He saves. They all save both of them. So that choice is completely completely just sort of why is that? Why have a choice in the first place if they just save? I mean, it could be in terms of character, like it was in Spider-Man, where he chooses Mary Jane over saving. He's so enthralled with Mary Jane that he chooses to save her first, or before saving the kids. And there's that great shot in there where it's focused on his eyes and you see them fall. In one eye there's the kids, and the other there's Mary Jane. But here, it's got nothing to do with anything, nothing to do with Batman as a character. It's just there because, Riddler needs to do something, and it's a shame, because though being really bad, I can see what they tried to do, even though it doesn't work. And I mean, like Prometheus, I applaud them for trying, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. The ideas it raises and the interesting new psychological take of Bruce accepting that he has to be Batman could have been really interesting. And as I said, the deleted scenes, if it had been kept in the film, and all the horrible attempts of humour would have been cut out. This film could have been okay and a good entry to the Batman franchise, but as it stands, it just didn't know what it wanted to be. It tried to balance the dark brood inside with a campy take, and the two just don't go together. If you want to make a campy Batman film, make Batman and Robin. If you want to make a dark Batman film, make Phantasm or something in similar style to the Burton films. So as it is, it just seems like a confused mess, and that's just why I hate this film.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, I like it. Like I said, I like what they. I'll just end up repeating myself. So, yeah, I can understand that. And whilst being bad, there is some enjoyment to be had with the campy. I mean, if you're watching campy action, I mean, there is some enjoyment to be had there, I suppose. But as it stands, this is a sort of failed attempt at doing a Batman film.
And this was the first nail in the coffin to the franchise, and the lid was arguably closed in the next film.
I would say the first nail in the coffin would have been Returns. But yeah, this is where some people thought it all began. So that's Batman Forever. Like, I liked it more than you did.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I hated this film. Would not recommend it at all. You'd recommend it if you're interested in the campiness, which I guess has a drawing point, but
yeah.
I'm just repeating myself now. I didn't like this film.
Okay, well, thanks for watching, and next time we'll be doing what I think has got to be the worst. Yes. The worst entry into the Batman franchise. Batman and Robin. We'll be doing that in our next video. So stay tuned and comment, rate, subscribe, do the usual stuff, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.